Hey, how you doing? Austin here. I am not a financial advisor. Videos for entertainment purposes only. I want to talk to you about Shiba Inu. Should you buy the dips? So I want to have a dialogue with you about that. This is more again. This is going to be a conversation. I'm not going to cut to any charts. I'm not going to do that for you or with you, so to speak. What I want to do is have this conversation with you specifically in the context that I know a lot of new people who are new to crypto are buying into SHIB. Number one, I want to state up front, you guys know, or if you're new to me, I own Shiba Inu. I own about 200 plus million tokens. I'm going to continue to buy myself at the dips and continue to hold long term. I think that what Shiba is putting together as far as the entire ecosystem with Shiba Swap, Shibarium coming, and all of the different new things that are in the development, which that's not the point of this video, I am a firm believer. Okay, with all that said though, I want to have a conversation because I think it's worth it for me sitting in this seat, and it's also my duty to you guys sitting in the seat to talk to you guys about the reality of, should you be buying the dips for SHIB and things like that also, okay? So before I do that, drop in the comments because I love to hear from you guys. What are your thoughts? Are you buying the dips? I want to hear from you. Yes or no. You can just say, yes, I am. Just let me know in the comments below. Ultimately, what this comes down to, in my opinion, is it comes down to risk tolerance. It comes down to risk tolerance and cash flow, frankly, in your seat. Those are the two things you need to look at, in my opinion. Risk tolerance and cash flow. Let's talk about risk tolerance first. With all things investing, I don't care if it's crypto, if it's stocks, if it's mutual funds, if it's index funds, it doesn't really matter. You always need to take into consideration risk tolerance. How much risk are you willing to take on to get a particular return on your investment? Okay. Point blank, crypto is inherently more risky than stocks. It is. I'm not saying a bad word there. I'm not slamming crypto. I own both. I own stocks. I own crypto, all those kind of things. And I actually enjoy crypto a lot more. I mean, I do. I enjoy the crypto roller coaster. I enjoy all the different types of crypto that there are. Okay. But there is inherently more risk in crypto. There is. And so you have to be okay with that. You have to be okay with the fact that there is risk inherently involved in crypto and also in SHIB. SHIB has evolved. It has reinvented itself. It has gone through massive amounts of developmental growth. And I've covered all that on my channel. And you guys know that, who are those of you guys who have followed me. But it has. I mean, it started off as a completely, Doge killer meme community coin, and then it grew and grew, and then for a while there was like, is it a scam, is it not? And there was this period, and by the way, this is all in about the past 6 or 7 weeks, so it's been like this major consolidated life cycle down into like 6 or 7 weeks, and I've been there covering it every single day, and it has been a crazy ride. Okay, but risk tolerance and your how much risk you're willing to risk you're willing to risk, I know, is what it comes down to as it relates to buying the dips. Okay. So you got to ask yourself, how much risk? And ultimately it's going to come down to like, risk equals how much money you put into it. So let's talk about cash flow, okay? So cash flow is how much money can you afford to put into SHIB in this context? Only you know that number. I have people in my Patreon group that are putting $50 a week into it. That's their number. Sorry for that. That's an alarm going off. That's their number, okay? But it has to be the right number for you, okay? So for me, I'm looking at certain price levels. Like it's at 7271 right now. If it hits maybe, high sixes, I definitely might add to buy the dip. And I might add $200-$300 or something like that. I mean, I'm not sure about the exact numbers. It's kind of what I want to do at that point in time. But I'm also not willing to put, I'm not willing to bet the proverbial farm, to use that slang saying, okay? Because I also believe that you need to be diversified. That kind of goes back to my risk scenario. You need to be diversified. I own Cardano, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Polygon, AMP, a bunch of others. I own NFT gaming cryptos. I diversify. That spreads my risk. And from a cash flow standpoint, I don't put every dollar I have into SHIB. I know people that are. That's fine as long as they understand the pros and cons associated with that. So we come back to the question, should you be buying the dips? If you're okay with the risk and it's okay from you from a cash flow standpoint, you can put some money into it, sure. Thirdly, let's talk about return. Let's talk about when you're going to see a positive return on that investment. It could be a month, it could be 2 months, it could be 6 months, it could be years. This goes directly to the heart of what type of and how much of a return are you looking to get. If you're going to try to hold it until SHIB hits a penny, you're in for a 4 to 5, 6+ year ride. Oh, by the way, it has to hit everything perfectly. There has to be trillions of tokens locked up on Shiba Swap to reduce the supply, to raise the price. And every catalyst that we have out there has to hit, which I think they will. Coinbase, Robinhood, eToro, Webull, they all have to hit. We have to have new retail money come into SHIB from those respective exchanges. There's over 120 plus million people in those respective accounts, trading accounts in those respective exchanges I just mentioned. That's a tremendous amount of pent-up demand. Are all of them going to buy SHIB? No, that's not what I'm saying. But there are people on there that will. Okay, so all of that has to happen for you to get, if you're trying to hit a penny, that's what has to happen for you to do that. And oh, by the way, it's a 4, 5, 6+ year ride. It is. And anybody who's telling you otherwise is full of it. Okay? Because you need to know the reality of the situation. Should you buy the dips? But you have to ask yourself these questions. If you're going to buy the dips and you're going to put money into SHIB, you have to have these honest discussions with yourself to make sure it's the right fit for you to continue to put money into SHIB. Right? It has to be right on all these respective fronts. I think SHIB is a great investment. I do. There were times where I was like, well, it was some rocky times there for a while, about 3 or 4 weeks ago when, there was, and I'm on record of saying those things, but I'm an advocate. I am, and SHIB has continued to defy the odds and defy all the naysayers and continue to evolve and continue to be this really pretty cool thing. There are always going to be people that will put it down. There will always be people that will put every crypto down. I put out a video about Bitcoin or Ethereum or Cardano. There's always going to be somebody who doesn't like it. That's okay. That's cool. I get it. Everybody is entitled to your opinion, and that's awesome, right? That's the cool thing about sitting in this seat. At least I get a voice. I've built a following here on YouTube. Thank you, by the way, for giving me that voice. And I will always treat it with respect. I will always bring you information that I genuinely hope and believe that will help you, because that's ultimately my goal. And I think that this was a video I needed to make because I think that this is a conversation that I needed to have with you, my viewer, because it's important. It's important that you ask yourself these questions if you're looking to add and looking to buy the dips and looking to be more and more into SHIB. I would tell you that I would tell you diversify, spread your risk, be into other cryptos, have some money in the stock market, have some money in index funds. No, this is not investment advice. I have to keep saying those disclaimers. It irritates me, but I do. It is what it is. Okay. It has to be the right fit for you. Cash flow has to be right. Don't not pay the rent. Don't, again, all those, duh, Austin, we get it. But I have to say those things. And then thirdly, look at how potentially long it will take you to get the returns you're looking for. Those are all things that you need to consider. With all that said, that's all I have to say for this one, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button. I greatly appreciate you. Thank you so much for your support of myself, my videos, and my channel. Until tomorrow or till the next time you see me, take it easy. See you later. Bye.